Hi. Hello. How are you, Amanda? Seint artist. We're going to do an eyeshadow tutorial that I'm really excited about. Okay, it's not going to be neutral. This is going to be colors. This is going to be fun. I'm really excited. These I'm using a lot. I know. These are the colors over here. I'm going to be using Cupcake to set it. Drift, obviously I use Drift all the time. MiHija, Bubba, BAYOU, Kohl, and Glamazing. It's so good. I'm so excited. Technically, I'm so excited about a color I haven't tried, but I just feel like this is going to be good. This is colorful. This is fun. So let's play with it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my blend brush, and I'm going to prep my lid. Now, you can use an eyeshadow primer. I just use my brightening. I'm using Versailles. And I'm just going to tap this from lash to brow. And what I'm doing is I'm canceling out my veins, discoloration on my lids. I've been using an eyelash serum, and so that can cause some discoloration. And so I'm just giving myself a blank canvas to work with. This is a cream, and I don't want it to crease. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in to Cupcake right here. And I'm going to set this over that cream. And this is just giving me a blendable surface. It's absorbing the moisture and it's giving me a blendable surface because our eyeshadows are powders, and powders blend better on top of powders. Otherwise it can get sticky, tacky, and your color can be uneven. If you want something to be more bold, you can wet your brush and do it that way, but I strongly recommend if you use your brightener as a primer, set it with a powder first. That's it. Okay, I've got a blank surface. We're gonna get started. I'm gonna grab a couple brushes. I'm gonna grab the eyeshadow brush. It's a good one. I've got my handy cleaning tile here. Just gonna clean it off really quick. I'm gonna do that a lot. And I've got my smudge brush because I like that brush too. Okay. First thing I want to do is I'm going to take the big end of my smudge brush and I'm going to go into Drift, and I'm going to pop this just right here under my brow, and I'm going to bring it down just a bit. This is just giving me a little soft shimmer that's going to live under my brows. It just gives it some lift, but by putting it on first, it's not compromising other colors once I start putting on my transition colors. So because I'm going to be taking MiHija and I'm going to be putting this on my brow bone, but by adding Drift first, I'm not going to reduce it down. That makes sense, right? Yes. Okay, so I am going to take the eyeshadow brush and I'm going to go into MiHija first. Now again, I haven't tried this before. I like using a small mirror when I do my eyeshadow because I like to be just all up in my stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be switching a lot. I'm going to take MiHija, I'm going to tap it on the brush, tap off the excess. Now, I have hooded eyes, which means when you look at them, all that skin kind of comes down to my lash line. When I talk, I use my brows a lot, so you can't always tell. But I'm just going to put this with my resting face, and I'm going to make MiHija go across the top. I'm not going super bold. I want bold, but not up here. This is not where I want the bold. BAYOU's kind of my show. BAYOU and Glamazing, which is Illuminator. These two colors, Glamazing and BAYOU, those are going to be my showcase. Everything else is just extra. Okay, so I'm just taking that MiHija and I'm on my brow bone and I'm up high. So when my eyes are resting, you can see MiHija. I really like having this color. And this is going to look a little bit like a sunset eye, which you can totally do on its own without adding extra. It's so good, but I'm just building this up where I want it. I like holding my brush at the end here when I'm doing this because I don't want this to go on heavy-handed. And I'm just going to keep blending just like that. I just want it to have a touch of pink, just a touch, but I want it up high. Same thing over here, opening my eye, resting so I can see where my hood touches my brows. Then I can go in and I can just play around, move it around. But I'm really focusing on blending this up towards my brow, on my brow bone. That's what I'm doing. All right, and I just keep adding a little more until it's right where I want it. If you're gonna add any color to any look just to give it a little something extra, MiHija's really great. Plus it's a foundation color, and When I say foundation, it's a foster care foundation color. So 100% of the proceeds, nothing goes to me when you get this color. 100% of the proceeds goes to families in foster care or of foster care. That's the parents, that's the kids. It's so good. All right, how am I? I think I want a little more. I'm just extra. I want a little more here too. I mean, we're doing a bolder eye, whatever. Here we go. Okay. I've got it on. I'm going to clean this off, and next I'm going into Bubba. And Bubba is this orangey brown, and it's really pretty, and this is where it turns into that sunset color. You can do this with Leo, you can do this with Havana, you can do this with Zion. They all go really well together with MiHija. So I'm tapping in, tapping it off, and now I'm going to go just under at the bottom of my brow bone into that crease with that MiHija color. And this is where it looks kind of sunsetty, and I'm really careful about where I'm applying it because I'm not covering all of the pink. So it's just at the bottom. You see, it's just a touch. Now again, these aren't the showcase colors, these are just extra. So I'm just pushing this into the crease and onto that brow bone and mixing it together. And I'm going out past the outer corner of my eye, so I'm not closing my eye up. And it just gives my eye a little bit of lift on the outside also. Okay, now I'm gonna start getting into the hairy stuff. You could stop right here, add a little bit of shimmer to your lid, and you can call it good, but that's not what I'm doing today. So we're not gonna stop. I'm gonna go into Coal next. Coal is a nice dark gray color. I'm kind of mimicking a shadow look I've seen, but I'm adding my own twist by adding all these other colors. I get a little nervous when I work with dark colors, so I'm going to go on to the small end of my eyeshadow brush right here. I'm tapping it off, and I am going to pop this on the outside. I need more. Right here, okay? We're just going to go on the outside, and I'm doing little circles, adding as I go. It's really hard to take away on an eyeshadow, so I'm just going to get this right here. And I'm not going on my lid. I'm on the outside, okay? And we're gonna pull this up. I'm also gonna take some, and I'm gonna go along my lash line here because I want it to be a little smoky, just like that. I really, really love this look already. You could stop right here too. I like doing an eyeshadow color where you could stop at any point and be done, or you can keep going and keep going and keep going. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to keep going. I'm going to flip this to the fluffy end, empty it off on the tile, and I'm just going to tap over this just to blend it in with everything up here, just like that. That's really pretty. It's a lot of blending. I'm going to add a little more because I have hooded eyes, and I always get this empty crease right where it folds. Okay. I'm going to keep going. Okay, going back in, getting the other side, and again, I start on the outside, and then I'm just doing circles to blend this in. I'm able to close this eye a little better than the other eye. I can only wink with one eye. That's it. I can't wink with this eye only, and even that's not really even a wink. I just can't do it. Okay, so circling, blending, bringing this down. I'm going to flip it to that fluffy end just for good measure, cleaning it off, and then I'm just going to tap this and blend it all around. I like adding this extra. Well, I kind of want to bring it in a little bit on the, ooh. Okay, just kind of winging it here, okay? I'm just going to take my blend brush, and I'm just tapping under my eye just to clean up anything that's fallen out. Okay, let's have some fun. I'm going to use my finger because you can get more on that way. And I'm going to go into BAYOU. This is such a pretty color. Everybody is so scared to play with colors, but you can take a neutral eye and just add a little spot of BAYOU, and it's so good. So good. Okay, I'm going to put this on the outside right here. I'm going to do a lot. I'm going to go onto that coal color, and I'm going to bring that halfway over. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I like playing with fun colors. Same thing over here. pushing it on with my finger. It just pigments it so much more. You could even take a little bit of cream and put that on first, and it'll even make it bolder. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, look at how pretty that is. We could stop there. Again, you can stop there. I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna take it off. Again, I like using my ring finger because it's the least of the pressure. All right, next I'm gonna go into Glamazing. This one with my finger. It's very soft. I'm actually gonna flick it and take any excess off. But look at that. It's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, and I'm gonna go right here with it. I'm thinking I should have done that with a brush. But that's okay. And I'm just putting this on the inner lid and meeting BAYOU, and I'm gonna pull it over. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, grabbing some more. Same thing over here. We're just pushing this on the lid. Oh my gosh, this is so stinking pretty. If you're doing Mardi Gras, I know it's Pride Month, this would be such a fun night out color. Oh, I am kind of in love with this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of in love with this. Okay, I could be in love with an eyeshadow color. Okay, they're a little uneven, so I need to add a little more. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this off. Oh my gosh, are we not loving this? What's that? Oh, what's that? Oh, I'm trying to think. There's like a festival. I can't think of it right now, but this would be really fun for that too. I need to add, okay, I'm gonna go in on the small end. I'm gonna go into BAYOU, putting a little on, and we're gonna put that right here. We need to bring it to the bottom. It's just all by itself down here with kohl, and it's boring. So I'm just putting a little bit of BAYOU right there. So pretty. Same thing over here, obviously. Tapping that inner half right here with it. It's so pretty. We're gonna add eyeliner. I love this. Okay, I'm gonna take the fluffy end and I'm just gonna tap off any excess, but this is so good. I kind of want to add glitter to it, but I really don't want to mess with, where's my glitters? They're right here. Okay, look at that, guys. I made it to Artist 3. What do I want? Okay, we're going in to, what's this one called? Now, with these glitters, I recommend getting a glitter glue if you want it super bold. Otherwise, it's going to be like playing with any glitter. It's just going to be sparse. I think this is Shenandoah. No, it's Graceland. Graceland. It's a glitter and it's gold and it's pretty. And so we're going to put that one. Ugh, I put it in sideways. Yes, that can happen. Okay, we're going to take a little bit. That doesn't look like a little bit, but it is. And I'm going to tap a little bit on the, you guys. Oh my God. I just have so much fun with makeup. Okay. Eyeliner time. I'm going to go into a pencil for my waterline. So I'm just using Maybelline Tattoo Studio. This is such a fun color. Okay, and we're gonna waterline the top. Just like that. I don't go all the way over. I go about 3/4 of the way over because I don't want it to transfer onto my tear duct because then it gets all yucky. And then I'm gonna waterline down here and I'm going all the way. We're going all the way, people. And then I'm gonna get just a bit of the lash line over here. And then connect the two. Oh my gosh. I'm dying, guys. I'm just loving this. I'm gonna take my eyeshadow brush and I'm just gonna scuff this up and smoke it out. All right. That's it. You guys, I love this flippin' eye look. Okay, don't mess it up, Amanda. Don't mess it up. Okay, waterlining. Waterlining. And then getting a little bit of that lash line right there. Gotta connect them. Okay. Eyeshadow brush, smoking this out. I kind of want to add a little more of the kohl color. I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush. If you do a search on my group, if you're in my group, do a search for eyeshadow brush. There's a link in the description to my link tree that will take you to my group. Come join it. It is private, but come join it and you can find a lot of other, there's more, but wait, there's more. I'm just adding a little bit of that coal color down about here. Okay. I'm gonna take the blend brush and I'm just tidying up down here. Okay, gonna take Stila Stay All Day. It's a dual-ended liquid liner. I'm gonna use the small end because you get a little more control, and I'm gonna line. I usually don't go all the way over, but in this case I am. And I'm gonna do a thin and then pull it up. I'm staying as close to my lash line as I can until I'm halfway over, and then it's gonna come up and off and out, and then I'm gonna come up from the lower lash line to connect. I'm not making it crazy big because the shadow is the showcase, not the liner. And then I'm just gonna color in between the lash line and the eyeliner. That's the best way I can do it, is don't start on your lash line. It'll be bumpy and messy. Go over it and then fill in between. Then I'm just gonna finish this little wing over here. I'm in love with this eyeshadow. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just obsessing like a freak. I love this. I'm not good at eyeshadow, but I am today. Okay, coloring in. Don't mess this up, which would be my MO. Okay, just getting this wing to be what I want it to be. Boom. Okay, mascara, and let's change the look. Mascara fixes everything. Nothing's wrong, but mascara makes everything better. Okay, just gonna start at the root and wiggle and pull. Now, if you're curious about the lip color, I do try to list all the colors in the description, but I am wearing Baby Watermelon on my cheeks and on my lips. I also have a little bit of Audrey underneath right here to help with my scarring. I have acne scarring from when I used to get cystic breakouts. And when I use a bolder pink, like this color, it pulls that redness through. And so I use Audrey to put on first, and then I put Audrey over the scarring area, and when I tap on Baby Watermelon or even Pink Grapefruit, Saffron, any of the bolder pinks, red cheek colors, I do Frenchie, or you can do Audrey. I like Audrey the most so far, but it is a limited edition color. So if you don't have it, get it. Use my link. But by putting those on first, it helps reduce the chances of your redness pulling through. All right, getting the lower lash line here. Gonna reload, swirl, swirl. Had this for a while. I used to use Maybelline Falsies, and I still actually have the tube. I would say these are comparable and not. They're comparable in, I feel like they apply the same, they look the same. The difference is you need to buy more of the Falsies bottles because they dry up a lot faster, whereas Bare Minerals Lashtopia, what I'm using right now, will last 3-4 times as long as one bottle. So you're really not saving money by buying the cheaper bottles because you're buying more of them, if that makes sense. I need to stop saying if that makes sense because I say that a lot. You guys. I'm obsessed. Stop everything you're doing. Go get Glamazing and BAYOU and play with them. Oh my God, I just think this looks so good. I kind of want to probably mess it up, but I'm going to take the small end of my eyeshadow brush, clean it off, and I'm going to kind of play right here and mix them together. Oh, a little bit. Oh my gosh. I want to bold. Okay. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go into my brightening color for Sai right here. I'm going to put some on my finger. And I'm going to put this on BAYOU right now over here. And then I'm going to go into BAYOU with my finger. And it's just that the inside is so bold. So I'm just going to tap BAYOU over that cream and make it better. So, grabbing for Sai, popping that over here on top of BAYOU, grabbing BAYOU, my finger, going over it. And we're just going to make this crazy good. Okay, I'm going to use the small end, clean it off, tapping into BAYOU, and I'm going to add more that way. I feel like I'm going to get more control. Oh, this is so good, guys. Okay. This is so good. That's it. Okay, that's the eye look. I love it. And that's it. Have a good day. Go look at this amazing